Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Things cannot just get any worse, guys. Okay, let's get on with the show. This is Ultra Dark Slayer. Let's talk about what's been going on after yesterday about, Sony and Insomniac, right? Ever since those files were leaked out, recently, while I was going over some of those files myself, I've been seeing all these different budgets that Sony has been doing for these games and getting their revenue back. And their revenue for each Sony exclusive did not match with their goals, even though there are so many PlayStation 5s out there. Of course, yesterday, or was it today? I can't think right now. 50 million units are already out in the world. But most of those units are not owned by actual people. Some of them are still being held by scalpers, meaning that there's still not a lot of people playing the games that are out right now on the PlayStation 5. And I really wish that 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 people that praise for this console so much, they should start playing their games, because seeing these budgets and the flops that they did not hit their goal makes me kind of sad as a gamer, and just putting my face over my eyes as an Xbox player. Say, I thought you guys like your PlayStation 5 games. I mean, over here we love our Xbox games. We do play our first party titles. And and looking at this, and I got my laptop, and I'm even reading it that they didn't even bother hitting, their marks. And it makes me realize what's gonna happen to Sony now, since now I've been hearing since last night that Sony PlayStation will start increasing their prices on their first party title games from $80 to $100. Now, mind you, these used to be the prices back in the 80s and 90s. It was not easy for our parents to buy games for us on our Super Nintendo or Sega or our computer homes, our home computers back in the day. Games were expensive back then. They really were. I'm not lying. You can find old catalogs of images on the internet. You can look for that for yourselves. And hearing this from Sony, that they're gonna start charging $80 to $100 for their first party. And I'm pretty sure Microsoft is not going to respond to that. They are not going to respond that price, because they are doing extremely well, because their revenue is so high right now. And you know, guys, and you know why, guys. You really should know why. I mean, let's be real. They are going to become the number one company of earning so much revenue. Okay, so let's be realistic about this. And now, moving that aside, ever since last night, I saw an image a video image of the Wolverine game leaked out. And I even heard about this a little bit of today and during the morning, and it had leaked out. The gameplay of Wolverine is now leaked out and playable on PC as we speak. And and this is crazy. A game already leaked out, then and it can be playable. Wow, this is crazy. And not only that, guys, it even said on one of the files saying that Wolverine, Sony's Wolverine, will be day one on PC once it's finally out. So it tells me that Sony is gonna be now doing their first party titles going to PC as well. Day one, mind you, day one. And and this is just crazy. Just hearing about it and reading it, and it's just insane to me. I can't find the proper words for this. It's just crazy. But speaking of Insomniac, while going through the files again, like I said, it even said about Spider-Man 3, right? That they are going to put this game into 3 parts. Putting Spider-Man 3, their next and final addition to the Spider-Man franchise for Sony, is going to be in 3 parts. So 2 main stories, okay? And the third part of about this game, this whole entire title of Spider-Man 3, they're going to have a multiplayer. It would have been better off if if Insomniac and Sony would just put this entire game into one package. They are pulling a Square Enix type thing to where exactly how Final Fantasy VII Remake is doing. Now, as a gamer, I'm kind of upset, and as an Xbox member of the community, I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Oh my god. And speaking of Sony, Jim Cryfrying Ryan, or whatever the hell his nicknames is on the internet, he's already jumping ship. He's already selling his shares, and then that's the end. He's ready to pull that golden parachute and just leave, guys. I mean, this is insane. This is the worst thing that could happen to Sony. It could happen to anybody. It could happen to Nintendo or Xbox, but Sony, the market leader of gaming, has no idea what they're doing. Their games are flopping. Their revenue isn't that great. They're cutting Spider-Man 3 into 3 parts. The Wolverine game is playable on PC as we speak. And the CEO of Sony PlayStation is selling his shares. Wow. Just just wow. I mean, if I was in the PlayStation community, I would be pretty pissed off that all this is happening, and plus their prices are gonna go up for games. 80 to $100. I'm telling you guys, they're going to end up like Sega. Just how Sega was like one of the greatest consoles I have ever seen. Never owned one, mind you, never owned one, but I have played on one and on mom and pop stores. It was a good system, but they didn't have enough first party to keep them on float. Sony fans, this should be very upsetting for you guys, and I have already seen a few videos that one of them is very mad and upset. A couple others are coping, and even a PlayStation podcast is just, we're just gonna accept it. We're gonna pay this much and blah blah blah. It's like, this is unbelievable, guys. I just don't know what to call this title right now. I'll just probably gonna say, Sony, what the f is going on? Insomniac, why are you going to do this? Or Sony has finally lost its mind. I think I'm just gonna probably call this that. Sony is losing its mind. What the f? And that's it. Well, that's it, guys. This is Ultra Dark Slayer. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good afternoon while you're in the world. Stay safe out there. Sony fans, let's be real. You guys are crumbling. It's time to go get an Xbox. Well, anyway, guys, I'll catch you next time.